Where did we get the template from?
You should have got it from your admin. So Heather or Kristen should have sent it to you, Jen. One person on your team is supposed to have access to it. Do you not have it?
I don't think we do, because Amanda looked at hers and she didn't see it anywhere.
Okay.
I know I don't have it.
I don't have it either, so.
Okay, I'll put it in the, maybe. Let me put it in the chat box. That way whoever needs it can access it. There's the new link. The chat box is at the top of your screen where you're watching me, and it has like the little speech bubble. And you should have like a notification 1, 2, or something like that with the green number. That's where you'll get access to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Stephanie.
Yes.
We just got an email from Kara that said to delete the unplugged activity from all of those because there's an activity that says something about
serial
killer. Pretend you're a serial killer or something like that.
Oh my
heavens. Yeah. So make sure you take that out.
Sorry, that just came through.
But just so you know, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just maybe let's see if I can just do it. Some of the other activities are really good on it. Okay, so we are on here, and the mood check is up at the top where it says click here. This will help us with attendance and to check in on our kiddos, because some kids are going to be really, really stressed out. So you're going to click here. Have you made a copy of this form yet?
I just made one.
Okay, so go ahead if you have not, and we're going to go File, Make a Copy.
Steph, we should do that even if we don't know if our teammates have done that yet.
You can go ahead.
Okay.
I'm not sure who on Diley. I wasn't at any of those meetings, so I'm not sure.
I know Adrian, she never got a copy. Amanda didn't get a copy. So I don't know if Diley people even got one.
Okay.
I thought Amy was supposed to send them to the ELA teachers. That's what she said at our last meeting.
Yeah, she never received it. So.
Okay.
Anna, are you still on? I don't think.
Yeah, I'm still on. My understanding was the same thing. They heard the ELA teachers were supposed to get it, and only so that each team basically had one person that could kind of get that ready. But obviously, if we need to send it out again, we can. So I think I think we were at all different buildings that day. So
could you email Jamie and see if it should be ELA, and then if so, maybe we can email Heather and Kristen and have them send it out.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so once you make your copy, you can. I know a lot of you guys have team names, so I'm just gonna call it like Team Hal. I'm gonna make my copy, and most of you probably have a copy just because I know some of you have been working on activities. Once you have your activity already copied and it's ready to go, you're going to go here where it says click here. It's going to force you to make a copy. So you're going to click the blue button. Okay, once you make a copy, it should say copy of. I'm going to call this my team name. And I'm going to go to these 3 dots. And I'm going to add my collaborators. So I'm going to just put Monica on here because she won't care that she gets an email from me. So again, 3 dots, add collaborators. Anyone need me to back up? And you're going to type in all of your teams in there. I don't know if the counselors want them. You could add them, but if you do see a student that has a pattern of being kind of stressed out, you might want to suggest that student to the counselor. So you could either share it with them now, or you could wait, or you could ask them what they want. Okay, once you have that, you're going to go to the send button. It's purple on my screen. And you're going to go to the link. It's the second one. It's the one in the middle. And I'm going to copy this link. You can also hit copy. And then I'm going to go back to the Team How, my new template. And I'm gonna edit this, and I'm gonna paste that right there, and then apply. So now when I click here, it's not gonna make a copy. It's gonna take the kids to the form that I want them to fill out. This is also your chance to add any other questions you think you need to add to this form as a team. So if you want to ask them something else, feel free to do that. So I don't know if there's any other questions that you might want to ask your students every single day to check in on them. Again, you know your students better than I do. So if there is something, you feel free to add it to the form. And you might want to talk to your team too. But you can do that after you add the link. Once you put the link in here, it will update as you add stuff to that form. Okay. Everyone good on adding the new link? Anyone need to repeat those steps?
Haley, if you're on here, I'm creating it for our team, so I shared it with you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Anybody else need me to go over those steps? Okay. Next, once kids add stuff, you can go to responses. You're going to click this green spreadsheet. And the kids' answers will come up here. I would also, I just realized this, you'll probably want to go to the settings bar and collect email addresses and restrict it to Pickerington. So that way they don't have to type in their email address every time they get on. And then save. So now it's going to add that column to my sheet. That way, if you need to email them, their email's right there and you can just copy and paste it into wherever you want it to go.
Stephanie, is there a way to make sure that we can not have to dig through everybody? Because they're going to fill one of these out every single day.
So let me, I'm going to fill it in as a student. I might have to do a couple here. I'm going to share my link. If everybody could fill out a mood for me so I have some sample responses, I would really appreciate it. So there's my 4. Let me know how you're feeling today. And you can make your questions required or not. I made them all required. I can see responses coming in, so there's my response. I can see Becky just answered. She's happy and thrilled. Tracy is a little tired and sleepy. Her goal for today is to take a shower. Love that. It's probably my goal too. So once you have these responses on, right here, there's a little filter looking thing, and it's actually called the filter. I don't know what type of symbol. I guess it is a filter. You can click that. And did you see how I got these bars to pop up?
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's right here. I'm going to go to the date. And today it won't be very good, but you'll want to probably filter by like 316. So tomorrow I'd want to uncheck all these. So I just have the 317. And I can see just the 317. Let's say I want all of those dates back on. I can filter again and I can select all. And now I can see all of my, maybe not. Let me try it again. There they are. Ah, stop scrolling. There we go. So now I can see them back. So that's one way. You can filter. You can also filter by name if you want to see all the kids together. So I could do A to Z, and then I could see, like if there's multiple days, I could see if there's a pattern, if that makes sense. I could also, let's say, okay, Anna, she's tired. She couldn't sleep last night. She doesn't need support from me. She's doing pretty good. She's just really tired. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm not too concerned about Anna right now. So I might make her a certain color. I might do Becky. Okay, she's really happy. I don't feel like I'm concerned about Becky. I'm gonna make her green. Okay, Stephanie's also really happy, so she's gonna be green too. Children relax and calm, so I'm gonna do, green. Oh, Erin's really nervous and scared. I might talk to her, and so I might make this one orange, so I remember that. And then your new responses will be the Tracy's color, how it's just white. And so that might help you too. So when you're scrolling down, you could say, okay, I haven't looked at these responses yet. You could also make notes over here. Maybe you wanted to say like contacted the counselor. You could say you contacted the mom. You could say you reached out to the student. If you want to document on here, again, you don't have to. That's completely up to you and what you want to do. But that might be helpful too if you want to color code, and then that way you can sort later down the week by ABC order, and you can see the different colors and if the kids are having a certain pattern of their emotions. And if it's not getting better, maybe we do need to reach out for some support.
Stephanie, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, would it be
Someone's
suggested
trying to call me.
for us to
Fine.
do it every day?
What'd you
Or
say? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
oh, you're all right.
Yeah.
So is it suggested that we should tell the kids that they should do this every day?
I would. Yeah.
Okay. Like maybe a mandatory check-in thing.
Yep,
Okay.
and it will help you too, because if Anna signs in, so Anna signed in that she saw the choice board for the day, but none of her work is done and it's next Monday, maybe I need to reach out to Anna's mom and say, hey, Anna's checked in every day, but none of her work's being completed. What's going on? Or
Okay,
if you have a kid that hasn't even checked in, you could email the parents and say, hey, why hasn't your child checked in yet? This is not an extended spring break like the governor said. This is an actual distance learning day. So that also kind of keeps you accountable.
Maybe that helps. So can we tell them that it's like our way of taking attendance?
Yeah, I would say that's your way. And you can even put your assignments here. So maybe you want to do like math. Okay, the kid did it here, this kid did it, this kid hasn't. You could do that. You could do ELA, so that way you guys can see as a team what they're completing too. And maybe you take care of your own homeroom as to decide, because that's a lot of kids, 70 some kids. So if each of you take your own homeroom, or if each of you take like A to D last names, you could break it up that way. So it's not all on one person's plate, because it is a lot. So work as a team to figure this out. But it just kind of helps you know if a kid has checked in or not too.
Hey, Stephanie.
Yeah.
If we want to do it, we told our kids to check in by homeroom. Can we each make our own copy of this form and then add those links to our Google Doc that says check in for Davies, check in for Siders, check it? Can we do that so that we don't have to trudge through the muck to find our own homeroom kids?
Yeah, you could do that too.
Okay.
And couldn't we also add a question for their homeroom right after their name and then sort them by homeroom?
Yeah, you can do a filter. That would work too if you wanted to do a filter by homeroom.
Better idea, Sharon. Thank you.
So on your Google form on questions, I would just make a question right after the name. Homeroom, I would make it multiple choice, because that way the kids can't click multiple. And then I would do how, did not want to say, and I would make it required.
Perfect.
And then now I could filter by homeroom.
Got ya.
Any other questions or need me to go over anything again?
So Stephanie, we don't need to do anything to keep this recirculating. The kids just sign in the next.
Nope, they just click that link. And then what I would do next week, or not next week because it's your spring break, don't work next week, but the following week after that, I think it's like March 30th or something, make a copy of your new template. So I have Team How here. I'm going to make a copy of this. All I have to do is change my subjects and my activities down here. I don't need to change my link.
Stephanie, I did hear back from Jamie. She said ELA teachers should have gotten it on Thursday. So I would say if anyone didn't, she said maybe reach out to her to make sure they get it so that there's not confusion or double forms going around somewhere.
Yeah. Anything else?
Steph, I have a question about the assignments. So all of the assignments have to be here. It's not that I can say, refer to your math Google Classroom.
So do you see how like Tech did it? She put like Tech Choice Board, C Tech Google Classroom.
Oh, okay. So that's allowed.
Yeah, so I would just say, I'm trying to like maybe Springboard Lesson 21. So I would type Springboard Lesson 21, C Google Classroom. I would kind of make like a agenda kind of for the day so they know how much work they're looking for in Google Classroom.
Okay.
So
Because I run into the issue that I have Math Plus doing completely different things than my other kiddos. So I just didn't know if that would be too confusing to put both of them on the same form.
Yeah, no, just make it simple. I would just say whatever your activities, I would kind of lay out your activities so they know like at a quick glance how much to expect.
All right.
And then I would just put C Math Google Classroom off to the side. Like that.
Okay.
Does it matter if we do it by day or by week? Has the district said like this should be a weekly thing, or you should have Tuesday do this, Wednesday do this, Thursday do this?
The reason we picked a week is because kids kind of needed to work at their own pace because the support at home might not be there.
Okay.
And so because if a kid is really good in, like they're strong in math, they can do math all by themselves, or they could do iReady all by themselves without a parent support. That kid could work on that during the day while their parents are at work, or if their parents have to work at home. And then after they are finished and their parents are home, they might get the ELA support that they need because their parent might be able to support them.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's kind of why we did the week.
So, hey girls, there was I just dealt with that last night. I took my normal weekly agenda from Google Classroom and I had it broken down Tuesday to Friday, and it just looked a little overwhelming. So then I merged the screen or the cells just to make it a 1, 2, 3, 4 of the topics and do by whenever. And because I read a Angela Watson email that said, oh, she worded it better than me. So let me find it. Because to me, it really helped. I don't know how to find my screencast now that I did it. We talked about kind of echoed what Kara said about simplifying things. And let me find her. Here it is. Okay, she said, talks about teachers being rested and that kind of thing. But then it said, give yourself grace and leniency, allow yourself time to adjust to a different pace of life and altered routines. But then this one I took a picture of. As you think about supporting your students during school closures, ask yourself, what would this look like if it were easy? Pick simple, flexible options that are going to reduce stress for you, your students, and their families. Our families are dealing with a lot right now, and the last thing they need is pressure to ensure kids are completing hours of schoolwork each day at home. We don't need anybody stressed out right now. We need folks to be healthy and rested and strong. So mine is still not, it has a reading, I have a reading article with text evidence, but I tried to lay it out a little better, the second version, and I may still revisit it before tomorrow, but I thought that was very helpful to me. So
Thank you, Sharon. That helps.
Yeah, I try to keep it as simple as you can, especially this first week. If we're here longer than just the next 3 weeks, we might, get a little bit more comfortable. But this week, just kind of explore, and it's okay if you mess up. You're not going to break anything, I promise. And if you do, we will figure it out. Also, real quick on the template, don't forget to take out the specials that your kids do not have. So for example, if I'm at Diley right now, the kids do not have tech. And I think that's it, right? And then at Tollgate, they don't have music or tech. And then at Harmon, they don't have art or music. So make sure you delete those specials because those kids already had those specials, so they don't need to worry about that.
Question on this, Stephanie. So I'm guessing that today is kind of excluded from like the check-in and we're starting tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then at the bottom, make sure you add your email addresses for each of your teams or have them enter them, because that will just have kids quickly be able to contact you. It's at the bottom where it says reminders. And make sure you set up boundaries. Try to not work past 3:40. I know I really struggle with this. But once it's 3:40, make sure you are keeping yourself digitally well and you are getting off, maybe go for a walk, do something relaxing. Don't try to answer emails late at night. I know that's hard for many of us, including me, but just try to set boundaries, because if you don't get up and walk away, you never will.
Stephanie, do you have any insight as to what's going to happen the week after spring break? Do you know, are they still planning that teachers come in and meet on Monday? And if not, will our kids' work week then be Monday through Friday, or will it be similar to this week where that we work on Monday and they work Tuesday through Friday?
So I believe Monday teachers do not come in. I think I saw that email from somebody. I can't remember which school I saw it from.
That's great.
Yeah, so kids will be Monday to Friday, I believe. I have not heard
Okay.
for sure yet. So that could change. As you know, information has been coming and changing constantly right now. And so I don't know for sure, but I think they'll be working Monday through Friday next week. And then yesterday, I know the governor said that we could be out for an extended time, and we will worry about that once we know.
Right. I would just plan a little bit more if it was a Monday through Friday week versus a Tuesday through Friday week.
Yeah, and this week is kind of survival.
Yeah.
This is new for a lot of people. I mean, I'm surprised I have 12 people on a Hangouts right now, because it's hard to be on a video call and showing, like showing your video and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate you guys coming.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stephanie. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I can hang on too. I have a meeting at 10, but if anybody else needs help, I can leave the Hangout open. But at 2 p.m., I'm having an open ed tech meeting. If you have any questions or as you explore and you need help, feel free to hop on at 2 p.m.
Okay. Did you send out an email for that?
Yeah, I did, and I'll resend it out closer to 2 p.m.
Okay.
Yep.
Another question. Will the We Video one, when will that be back on for us to watch, like the recorded version?
As soon as I finish answering questions.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the email that it's done. I just need time to do it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep.